Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning. Call or text 702-595-0488.
On February 5th, it was announced by the Israeli Defense Minister, Yoav Gallant, that Israel plans to continue to operate within Northern Gaza for months until it has full reign over the entire territory. Despite Israel having reduced the presence of its troops in the north due to focusing on the south Gaza, Gallant says that the military will continue operating in the north in response to precise threats. According to Yoav Gallant, the army in Northern Gaza has free reign for ground operations, and they will continue in the coming months. He has also claimed that Israel has dismantled approximately 3/4 of Hamas's forces. After Israel finishes focusing efforts on Khan Yunis, the Israeli defense minister has stated that the southern town of Rafah will be the last area the military will be focusing on. Rafah is the town that also borders between the Gaza Strip and Egypt, and Egypt has warned that any Israeli deployment along the border would threaten a peace treaty between the two countries that originated approximately 4 decades ago. Meanwhile, United Nations official Thomas White has accused Israel's navy of striking an aid convoy that was heading to northern Gaza carrying food. According to reports, the convoy was waiting to move into northern Gaza when it was hit by naval gunfire, which Thomas White alleges was from Israel's navy. Juliet Toma, who is the head of communication for the UNRWA, reported that there were no injuries from the strike. Relating to the UNRWA, Spain's foreign minister Jose Manuel Alvarez has stated that Spain's government will be spending $3.8 million in order to keep the UNRWA afloat in the short term. This comes as multiple countries have suspended funding for the UNRWA after allegations came out that 12 of its employees were involved in Hamas's October 7th attack on southern Israel. However, the UNRWA Commissioner General Felipe Lazzarini expressed concerns that the agency would shut down by the end of the month due to the lack of funding. This would have been of great concern not only to the agency but to the people of Gaza, as the UNRWA is the main humanitarian aid group in Gaza that serve its approximate 2.3 million people. Thanks to funding from Spain, however, the UNRWA will be able to continue aiding civilians in Gaza as the investigation is ongoing. Lastly, on February 6th, Israeli protesters blocked humanitarian aid that was meant for Gaza, despite the fact that Israel had declared the area a closed zone. This is not the first time Israeli protesters blocked humanitarian aid for Gaza, and Israel declared the area a closed zone to prevent it from happening again. According to reports, the protesters believe that no additional aid should enter Gaza until the over 100 remaining hostages are released by Hamas. Additionally, they also believe that the aid should be used as leverage for negotiations. According to aid groups, even when the crossing is fully operational, the amount of aid coming in is insufficient for the humanitarian crisis that has been caused by nearly 4 months of war. According to UN officials, 1 in 4 Palestinians in Gaza are starving due to the lack of food.